in the classroom?
I think
Answer
so.
me.
I'm
I
not
need to
sure.
ask.
Let me check.
Have you got the book?
Yeah, I'm checking the book, sir.
Check the book.
I think we did. Yeah, we did 18.7.
We did that with 18.7, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, then, shall we start talking about solving equations by graphical method?
So 18.8?
It's page 197.
Ah, okay.
197. Can you see it, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then solving equation. Okay, by, remember, you will have an equation. You have to solve it by graphical, from the graph, not by algebraically, graphical method. Is that clear?
Yes.
Remember? Any question?
No, sir.
Look, in the past, before in chapter 13, we did talk about how to solve the equation using a quadratic formula, completing square, simultaneous equation. Now, in here, it's not the algebraic, it's a graphical method. From the graph, you have to solve the equation. Is that clear so far?
Yes, sir.
This is clear.
Now, then in here, straight away, we start with the example. Okay, the first example on your book on that page is saying plot example A. Then for A, we have I saying plot, okay, a graph of y equal, okay, 3x squared minus x, then minus 2 for the range. What's the range? X, it's between from -3 to 3. You got the book in front of you. Go to that page. It's already, there is a table which we learned this in the past. This is not our main concern for today. You know what you do. You give the value of x from -3, put it back on here, you get the y and so on. Then you get a table. From that table, you can plot your graph. When you plot your graph, okay, then what you get this type of a graph. This is your graph. Okay, we talked about that in the past. Is that clear so far?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now this is I. We need I to do our job, which is solving equation graphical method. Now double I, what we have for double I, is then use the graph to solve the equation. Use the graph to solve what? 3x squared minus x minus 2. Make a note. When we have as it is, it's an expression only. When we have a equal, it make it equation. And when we have equal to a 0, it means automatically you need to solve it. Even if they don't mention it. When this that side is equal to 0, it means you have to solve it. But solve it how? Using the graph. What's the meaning of that? I'll go through, I'll explain to you. Then to solve that, then this is your graph. Okay, when it says solve it, what's the meaning here? The curve where the curve curve intersect, okay, intersect the x-axis. The x-axis. You need to check at what point my curve is actually going through the x-axis. This is the x. It's going through here and through here. Then these 2 points will be the solution. Solution, we have more than one. It's 2. That and this. This is a rule for solving graphically. Okay. That's why in your book, when you check it, what you have, it's x equal minus 0.7. It's under 1 and 1. Then this is 1 and this is negative 0.7. That's it. Nothing else to be done. Is that clear? Yes, Dado.
How do you find the 0.7, negative 0.7?
What did we find the negative 0.7?
Yeah, but like, isn't that 1, negative 1?
Okay. Look. Have you got the book in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Look at the first graph.
Okay.
Which is x to double I.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually dead going through 1, this one. But that side is less than, look at here. Can you see my finger?
Alright, Bala.
Then check that point on your book. Check that point on your book. And see.
Okay, now I... Yeah.
You get it now?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. That's why I have written for you here. Can you see where the curve intersects the x-axis, or where the curve is actually going through the x-axis? It's going through that 2 points. We have 2 points. That's why this will be the solution.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you very much.
You understand now?
Yes, sir.
Any more question? Anybody not understand? Then this is the rule. Okay? When we have the graph of any equation, if they ask you to find the solution from the graph, you need to find at what point is actually your curve or your straight line going through the x-axis. Then those 2 will be the solution for the equation. Clear this one? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any question?
No.
No. We're going to start now. I'll wipe off double I to start triple I. Okay. Now, triple I, if you look at it, it's saying use the graph to solve the equation. Use the graph to solve the equation. What equation we have? It's 3x squared minus 7 is equal 0. This is like a brand new topic to you. We never studied this in the past, but I'll explain to you what are the steps or what are the rules you have to do. Again, it's saying use the graph to solve that. But when we look at this equation and you compare to that, you compare to our original or the equation of the curve. When we compare it, first, we have 3x squared. We have 3x squared. Do I have a negative x on here, on that side? No. Then I'll put negative x on here. Remember, this is equation. Whatever you do to one side, I'll have to do exactly the same to the other side. Is it clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, then when I put this one, it will be 3x squared minus x minus 7 is equal negative x. Is it clear so far again?
Yes, sir.
No question. Good.
Thank
Now, compare it again. Compare it. If you got a question, you can raise your hand. I can see it straight away. I'll answer. 3x squared, 3x squared. Negative x, negative x. Negative 2. But what do I have here? Negative 7. Then how can I make negative 7 to negative 2? How
Plus
can I make
5.
it? Any
Plus 5.
plus 5. Plus 5 here. Remember, you need to plus 5 here as well. And now, then, what we get? 3x squared minus x plus minus 2. It's equal to negative x plus 5. This is called, what we have done, it's called manipulating. Okay? Okay? Manipulating that equation. Is it clear what's a manipulating meaning? It means
Yes.
make or rearrange this to become that. And when we do that, what we get? We get this straight line. Okay? We already got the graph of this graph. Yeah? Which is the curve, which is equal to a curve. Now, I need to find the graph of that straight line. If you remember what we did in the past, how we can draw the graph of a straight line, we give two values to x. X equals 0. Then y equals 5. Then my coordinate, it will be 0 and 5. Or maybe the next one, x equals 3. Y equals negative 3 and 5 is 2. Then my point is going to be 3 and 2. Now, these two, you need to plot it on here. 0, 5. 0 and here and a 5, or probably this is 0, 5. Then what we get maybe somewhere around here. 0, 5. Then, and the next one, it will be 3 and 2. 3 on here and 2 probably is that. Then what you get that straight line. And if you check on your book, maybe my drawing is not accurate, but the drawing on your book is accurate. Can you see a straight line? That straight line is for this equation, for that part. And now, to find the solution for that, again, you check this point, or you check how many points the straight line is actually getting through the curve. It's saying only at 2 points. The 2 point here is around negative 1.5 for that, and this is 1.5. That's why what we're saying, the solution, okay, are x equal negative 1.5 and x equal 1.5. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Can somebody answer me?
Sir, I did. I said yes, sir. No questions. Thank you, sir.
Did you understand, all of you?
I understood.
You understood? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sama, I can see Sama as well. 1 minute, let me make registration. Sama. Okay. We have Sama, Shadia, and we have Zahra. Let me see. Social and San as well. San Aaron, Berzi, San. Dustin, San, Any question? No? Okay.
No, sir.
I'll repeat it one more time for you, okay? And then I'll solve the next example as well. In here, when they ask you, use triple I. You already got that on your book as well. You can go to that page, page 197, and when I go through it, you can look at your book, then you, because my graph is maybe not accurate, but your graph on the book is really 100% accurate, then you understand more. Use the graph to solve that equation. And then what you do, you compare this to our main equation, which is that. And when you compare it, we have 3x squared, 3x squared. And I have negative x in here. I don't have negative x on here, then I need to put negative x on here. But remember, this is an equation. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. Then what we're going to get, 3x squared minus x minus 7 equals 0. Then that negative 7, I need to make it to a negative 2. And how? By adding next plus 5. Then you put plus 5 on both sides, then we're going to end up with that. Okay, and that's called manipulating. What we have done from this to here, manipulate. And I've already got the graph of that. I need to plot the graph of this one. And this is a straight line. We studied that as well. How you will draw the graph of a straight line. You need to give two values to x. I'll give two values. For example, here 0. You put 0 here. 0 plus 5 is just 5. Then 0, 5. And next value 3. You only put negative 3 here. Negative 3 plus 5 is 2. Then it's 3 and 2. Then you plot these two, you get that green line. Okay. In your book, it's still a red one. It's fine. And then to get that solution for these two from the graph, you check the point of intersection of a straight line and the curve. Straight line and the curve, and which is this and that. And these two will be the solution. Was it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good,
Yes.
good. No question?
No,
Did
sir.
you get the green line?
Where I get the green line?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Shadia.
Shadia. Can you see my ruler?
Yes.
When we manipulating that, we're gonna end up with this one, yeah?
Yeah.
I've already got the graph of that, isn't it? Which is the curve, the blue one. It's for that. And I need to do the green line is for this equation, for the straight line. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And then how we draw or how we make a graph of a straight line, you give two values, 0 and 3. You put it back on here. If you put 0 here, minus 0 plus 5 is still 5. Then my point is 0, 5. And if you put 3 here, negative 3 plus 5 is 2. And then you're going to get 3 and 2. You plot these two and you join by the ruler. Obviously, you get that green line. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, now we're going to do the example on the next page, page 198. Now put it on 198. I've already made a PowerPoint presentation as well about this, okay? Just listen now and try to understand, and if you forget, you can go back to that. The next one is saying in here, plot the graph of that, my equation or my curve, it will be 1 over x plus x for the range of x, which is -4 to 4. We studied this in the past. No point for me to go through. What you do, you make a table. X, the first value is take -4. You put on here, you find the value. Then after that, you plot. When you plot, what do you get? You get this graph. Okay, this is your graph. Okay, and now then double I. What's saying double I? If I'll go through double I. Is saying use the graph to explain. Yeah. graph to explain, okay, explain why 1 over x plus x equals 0 has no solution. If you were paying attention, straight away, maybe your brain will tell you. Just in the first example, I explained, if the graph going through the x-axis, then that point will be the solution. But when I check here, is that going through x-axis? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now, mouse, I cannot. Sorry. That's no. It's not.
It's not going. Then, if this is the graph, it's not going through, then there is no solution.
Oh.
Okay?
No,
That's
Sorry, no
why-
solution.
Yeah, because
Oh.
what's saying look, it can be seen that, okay, is the graph does not intersect
ماصة بالزكشد يعني بون في
the
1 divided
yeah,
ماصة يعني بون 1 divided by 0 يعني anything divided by 0 كاد infinity يعني undefined.
okay, 1 divided by 0, it's infinity, then
Voilà.
that's why we don't take that value, you leave that value out. I even explained that in the classroom. I said, when
Yes.
you get back, we put just a dash. We don't take that value because it will go, it
Yeah.
will be in there. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes,
This
sir.
is that, because that's the answer for double I. It can be seen that the graph does not intersect the x-axis. If it is not intersect the x-axis, then what we're saying has got no solution. That's a rule. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall we do triple I now?
Yeah. Triple I. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I'll wipe this, then I'll do triple I. Triple I. What's saying? It's saying use the graph to find the solution. Use the graph to find the solution, yeah? Use the graph to find the solution. What we have in here, x squared minus x is equal 1. Okay, now again, we need to manipulate this one. You compare to that. What do I have here? 1 over x. Then what I need here to do, divide everything by x. Divide by x. Then this is divide by x. This is divide by x. This is divide by x. Because that's one side, but we have two terms. Each term has to be divided by the same denominator. In here, we have only one term. Then what I get from here, this is going to be x squared divided by x is just x minus x divided by x, 1, equal 1 over x. Now, the first step, what I get 1 over x, 1 over x. Can you see my hand or my finger? 1 over
Wait,
x.
could you repeat it again?
1 over x. What we have after it? Plus x.
Could you repeat it again?
Okay, I'll repeat it again. Okay. Look, that's my equation. 1 minute. Running out of time. The meeting ended in 10 minutes. Okay, we have 10 minutes. That's fine. Look, what we have? X squared minus x equal 1. I need to manipulate so I can get that or make it the same as this. What we have here, 1 over x, first of all. Okay, I need to divide everything by x. This is our idea. You need to gain that. That's why this is the most difficult one, and which is giving you the example about it. You divide it by x, that equation. Divide by x. Then you divide here by x, divide here by x, because we have 2 terms on one side. That's why it will be both. But in here, that side we have 1 term, we divide by x. X squared divided by x. It's going to be just x. X divided by x, it's 1. Negative, negative. 1 over x, it will be 1 over x. Are you understand?
Yeah.
Yep.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, compare that, okay, with this one. What's missing? Plus x. Plus x here and plus x here. Remember, equation always. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do exactly the same to the other side. Now, if I'll added the large term on that side, x and x to x minus 1 equals 1 over x plus x. Okay? And this side, it's my curve. I have the graph of it. Yeah, this is the graph. Okay, this is the curve. I need to get or find the graph of this. This is again, it's because the maximum power we have is 1, it's a straight line. Again, how we do the graph of a straight line? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
We give 2 value again, x equals 0. If you put 0 on here, okay, just on this, okay, you put 0, it will be negative 1, yeah? Y equal negative 1, then my point, it will be 0 and negative 1. If you put another value, for example, let's say 2. What's y equal? 2 times 2, 4, minus 1, 3. Then it will be 2 and 3. Now, we will go to plot these 2 points on here. 0 and negative 1. 0 and negative 1 on here. This is 0 and x, negative 1 on here. It's that point. This is 0 and negative 1. Next one is 2 and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Which is going to be that point, yeah? And now, use a ruler. Draw a straight line. And now, to find the solution, you check at what point this is going through the curve, and you check this one as well. At what point it's going through. Then when you check on your book, obviously it's going to be around negative 0.6, that negative 0.6 as an x. And that is going to be around, on your book, 1.6. 1.6. Is this one clear now? Clear? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah? Any question? Any question?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, and now you need
Yeah.
to do the exercise 18.8 by yourself. Okay, and after you finish that, you have to do the student assessment 1 and student assessment 2 as well, and 3 and 4. And I'm hoping you're going through it, because if you have any question, then for the next lesson, you can ask me before we go to the chapter 19. Because next lesson, I'll try to explain the first topic from chapter 19, and I will put the PowerPoint presentation about the chapter 19 one night before the next lesson, which is going to be probably Saturday night. And then you can look at it and to get the idea what's the topic about. Then on an online lesson, I'll repeat it again. Then if you understand, fine. If you don't understand, you can ask me a question. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah?
Sir, didn't
How
we?
was it today?
It
It
was
was
good.
actually really good, sir. I actually understood this time.
I like this application
Yes,
more.
sir.
Good, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Any question? If you have even any question you have at your time, I'm not available. Just send me the question through the Google Classroom. Then I will answer it and put it on a Google Classroom again for you. And try to update yourself with the Google Classroom every day to see in case if I put anything for you or any question.
But, okay, sir.
Yeah?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anybody has got any question?
No, sir.
No,
Thank you.
You all happy with it today, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, have a nice time.
Nice.